did you ever wonder what would happen if the computer race from Virlance replaced the TVs in the OG series? How would that change or affect the story? Or even better, would they be able to stop the Astros? Well, in today's video, we'll be going through all the events that would play out if, in place of all the TV's occurrences and showings, the computers were the ones in that position. Would they be a better version than the TVs or not? Well, let's find out. Beginning from episode 39, the computers would have to save the cameraman, and taking things in the right order, this yapper would be the one to do the saving. Also, one thing I want to point out is that due to the computers having fewer members, they would have some advantages. Ironic, right? But the reason lies in the fact that only the elite squads would mostly do the job, which is some kind of cheating if you ask me, due to the fact that these guys possess some insane levels of power. Anyways, how would this guy save them? Well, seeing that he doesn't have any unique wide and long-range abilities, he would have to rely on his pure combat. Now, although he would take down all the mutants in that episode, it would still come with the fact that some cameras would die, as he wouldn't be quick enough to save all of them. So yeah, the computers take an L on this one. Moving on to the next episode, where there were the flying mutants and many regular and large ones as well, how would the computers stop this? Well, if we use them based on only their shown feats and weapons, it would be kind of difficult to confirm that they would be able to save everyone since we've only seen them use some basic stuff. However, I still believe they would do just fine, as who knows? This large computer man could create a massive shield to evade their attacks while this other computer does the rest. So yeah, they would clear this episode, but again, unlike the TVs, they would face some difficulties. Now, before I continue, I want to say that this video is a continuation of my other video, where we discussed what would happen if the pencils replaced the TVs, and the same rules apply here as well. Instead of looking at how it would change the plot entirely, we would only replace the TVs with the computers to see if they could fit in, but we would also talk about any serious changes that may affect the plot in the upcoming episodes. Anyways, back to our video. The next episode would be where everything changes because we would get to see their Titan, the computer Titan. This one would be quite easy, as using the Quadra Blasters, he would easily take them all out. Now, I can't say this is exactly what he would use, as from what we've seen, there were cameras around, so that would cause a little problem, as he wouldn't want to kill them in the process. But overall, I believe he would find a way to do it. I trust my guy. But just like the TV Titan, he would move on to other episodes. However, I don't think I have to explain how things would go, as the computer Titan easily outscales all of them. I mean, heck, Cinema Titan was able to do it, so why not? And despite the info gotten to counter the computer, I don't really see anything positive coming out, as it wouldn't really matter. The computer Titan is just on a different level compared to anything the mutants could do. Anyways, the Speaker Titan arrives. How would it go? Well, there are two possible ways it could follow. In the first scenario, the Speaker Titan would still manage to run away, and thus the computer Titan would have to chase after him and follow the same events as the TV Titan in episodes 46 and 47. However, in the second scenario, since the computer is way stronger than the Speaker Titan, he would easily find a way to restrain him, and then, with his hacking skill, he might just find a way to uninfect the speaker. Which scenario is better? The first one actually develops the plot even more, as the Speaker Titan would still get his upgrades later on. But in the second scenario, it gets even better, as this time the Speaker Titan might get his upgrades from the Alliance, which obviously would do a better job than the SKIBIDIs, since they have a better understanding of how to upgrade their own Titan. And if that were to happen, he would become even stronger than he was originally. Or maybe they would just leave him to continue fighting in his current form, since he didn't get any serious damages. Okay, now, which one is better? Well, you decide, but you know what? I'd go with the second one since it kind of sounds more plausible. Now, with this, the events that happened in the 46th and 47th episodes would be kind of different, as this time both the computer and speaker would continue clearing the mutants. And from what you guys said, we would agree with the fact that this time he would get upgraded, which means that we wouldn't get to see the Speaker Titan at least for now. But let me tell you that this time his upgrade time would be much faster, as since the computers are there to help, some technologies would be easier to apply. So far, it seems the computers have gotten 5 wins and 1 loss, which is kind of similar to the TVs. Is anyone thinking what I'm thinking? Anyways, in episode 49, we saw that both the TV woman and the others came to save our POV, and although this time it wouldn't be as intense since the Titans would still be active, the elite computers would easily clear this episode without any difficulties. This time, they would save more casualties. Now, I don't really know this guy's taste. I'm talking about Simp Cameraman, so it's quite uncertain if he would fall for her, but there's a really low chance for that to happen since the computer woman is mostly serious and kinda frowns a lot. Yeah, she's the opposite of the TV woman, so it's a no-no, even if he tries. Speaking of similar episodes, do you think Computer Woman would be able to stop the glitch SKIBIDI? Nah, I guess not, so it's another loss for the computers. Even in episode 54, I'm not really seeing anything the Computer Woman would do to aid like the TV woman, so the computers lose again? Well, not exactly, as this event wouldn't even occur. Wait a minute, were you even paying attention to this video? The Speaker Titan got uninfected much earlier this time, and even now he must have gotten his upgrades and would become even more powerful than he was in the original story since the update came from his race this time. This also means that both the camera, speaker, and computer titan would continue to clear the episodes, and they would even survive the falling kamikaze in episode 65. Although he hasn't shown such a feat yet, there is no doubt that the computer titan would help to evade this by using a shield. After all, we've seen a similar thing from the large computer man, so their titan wouldn't be any different. Episode 66. Now that's where things get tricky, as this time, I don't think there is any special ability the computer would use to rescue the agents like the TVs who simply just use teleportation. I mean, it's not like they could just create a portal or copy the TV's skill. Or would they? Well, I'll let you decide in the comments. Do you think the computers have any methods to save episode 66? Let's hear those thoughts. However, I do have one in mind. You see, unlike the TV men, who act mysterious and hide their technologies, the computers aren't like that. Okay, maybe they are, but in quite a different manner. What I'm trying to hint at is that the computers might come along with their heater, and with this, they would help the Alliance by flying them away. But the chances are quite debatable, so I'd love to see what you've got in the comments. Which brings us to 10 wins and 1 loss. Now, in episode 68, the Titans would have to fight against the Scientist. Now, isn't this just unfair? There's the Prime camera with no drawbacks, the Computer Titan, and to make it even worse, the Speaker Titan is even more powerful. Well, yeah, it is obvious that the Scientist would easily get cooked, and even though Jimmy added in, he would still be killed as well, as he is nowhere close to them in strength. And no, I know what you might be thinking, but that wouldn't help him either. But for the plot, he wouldn't even bother to come save, as it would be basically pointless. Also, it is worth mentioning that due to the presence of the Computer Titan, the other Titans might get new weapons since he could easily recreate if their current ones get destroyed during battle, or they could use a totally different weapon, which is just cool. The next few episodes would be quite interesting, as this time, they would together try to defeat all the mutants. However, sadly, we wouldn't get to see the supercharged state of the speaker since the TV isn't present in this timeline. However, not to worry, since I even believe this new version of this upgraded form would be even stronger than the charged state. Probably. Anyways, in the battle against G-Man, the Titans would undoubtedly win this encounter with not much difficulty, or, if I'm being honest, no difficulty at all, since all the Titans are quite overpowered. Yeah, it's kinda a goofy plot, but it is what it is, gentlemen. Oh, and ladies. Anyways, the only real problem begins with the Astros. Would they stop the Astro attack in episode 75? Well, technically yes, seeing how overpowered our Titans are currently. I'm not seeing any significant thing the Astro would do. Also, the Computer Titan is way more powerful than the Astro mothership. I mean, you guys even agreed with me, and yeah, I know this is the Astro carrier, but still, the computer still won. So yeah, with the computers replacing the TVs, the agents would be on a roll, as I don't think the given threats would be able to stop them, at least for now. Oh, and yeah, there would be fewer casualties in episode 76, as the elite computers would save them. So yeah, the computers come out with 14 wins and 1 loss, which is kinda better than the TVs, who had 12 wins and 3 losses. Click on this video to see what would happen if the Titans in SKIBIDI multiverse never existed. Don't be shy, check it out.